This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, everyone. We're here for the regular council meeting for May 3rd, our morning meeting. We will do a quick introduction and then we will get the meeting started. Before that, I just want to send our thoughts out to everyone that's dealing with the flood right now along the Red River Basin, be it in Richard or around pretty much anywhere in Manitoba right now. We know that it's very serious, and then we are here if anyone needs anything. So please don't ever hesitate to contact our inquiry line. We are there to help you in Richard. But going forward, we will do introductions. We have with us Councillor Ron Mamchuk.
Good morning.
Councillor Shane Pelletier.
Good morning.
Councillor Janine Boulanger.
Good morning.
In absence is Councillor Curtis Clayton for today. We have our CEO, Mitch Duval.
Morning.
And in the background, I believe our Assistant CAO, Dominic Lemoine.
Good morning.
Perfect. And then everything will be online today for council, so we'll be voting online and our CEO will be reading out the result. So without further ado, I will start with the agenda. Item number 1, meeting called to order. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Mamchuk.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Blanchet.
Thank you. Any comments before we open the meeting? Seeing none, I will get council to cast their vote.
Vote is carried 4-0.
Thank you. Item 2, adoption of the agenda. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Blanchet.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Pelletier.
Thank you. Just a change in the agenda. We'd like to jump straight to the delegation with Sergeant Landreville, so he's not waiting all day. Is council okay with that change? And then we'll go to the regular roll call.
You bet.
With me.
Absolutely.
Perfect. So with that change, I will call for the question. Cast your vote.
Vote is carried 4-0.
Perfect. So we'll jump right to 6.1, our Sergeant Landreville RCMP year-end report. I believe you're with us there, Sergeant Landreville.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you. So thanks, everyone. Things look good for the RM of Richard here. Traffic went up, especially in the RM. There was more enforcement, more contact with drivers as opposed to zero contact during COVID, with the COVID rules starting to relax a little bit. We're having more contact with drivers, and as a result, our enforcement has gone up. Moving on to property crimes, they've actually decreased in all areas, including St. Adolphe, St. Agathe, Ile-des-Chênes, and west of Red River. In St. Adolphe, they've gone down from 43 to 25. We've had 9 incidents alone on frauds, 1 person charged with mischief, and 1 charged with break and enter. On St. Agathe, they've gone from 52 to 20. Actually, we have some complainants that are responsible for more than one complaint, and but we do have some that were charged, and same thing in Ile-des-Chênes. They've gone down from 91 to 76. The one that stands out is Adventure Power Sports B&E. We had 4 people charged and 5 counts of property-related offenses. West of Red River, 37 to 11. And yeah, we've had lots of stolen trailers out of there and frauds. Like, our frauds are starting to go through the roof. More and more sophisticated type of things. We're seeing some into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So that's keeping us busy with production orders, etc. Crimes against persons also went down. St. Adolphe, they went down from 20 to 8. We had basically 6 files out of 1 person and 3 counts of assault, a count of uttering threats, and 3 other files on some domestic violence with partner, and 4 uttering threats and an assault with weapons. Our provincial statutes have also gone down, but like I said previously, with COVID or the the relaxing COVID regulations, I expect it to increase. Like I said, our traffic went up and there's more enforcement. And having said that, I expect a lot more in the next, especially during the summer. Overall, I think things actually look quite good for Richard. I don't see anything that alarms me or any of my people here or my statistician. Everything is looking actually quite good. I don't know if anyone has any questions or things they want to talk about.
Yeah, I'll open up for council. Council, do you have anything to add?
This is Ron Mamchuk here. I am happy to see the traffic control because we do have a lot of speeding through the community, and it's nice to see you guys are patrolling it. I really appreciate it personally and the residents as well. So thanks again, and I hope that this is a positive move and is going the right way. So thanks again.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're going to see more and more of that. Like I said, I'm just repeating myself, but with COVID regulations kind of slacking a bit, and now we've got more of a green light to engage in that. So, and all our traffic units as well. So we do have them come and poach in our area once in a while, and they're out of Steinbach, Headingley area. So, yeah, definitely you're going to see that on the increase. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Janine Belanger here for Grand Point area. I think I mentioned this last time to somebody else about coming up to drag racing season in the Grand Point area through Discovery Drive. So my question is, what does your patrol schedule look like? Like, you know, I work from home quite often and I don't really see the patrols going by, but that doesn't mean you're not here. I'm not saying that. I'm just wondering what's the frequency of going through our community, if you know.
Yeah, it's not really scheduled. We deal with, we try to be as proactive as we can on the traffic side, and we don't really have a schedule. And there's something we can try and implement. It's definitely beneficial at least to have a plan and say, okay, we're going to go to this community today or that one. We try and do it as best we can right now, but it's definitely a good. It's a good suggestion. I can definitely keep that in mind for sure.
Okay, that'd be great. Just because, like what Councillor Mamchuk mentioned, you know, the presence does a lot, so we could see the cars out. That would be great.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thanks.
Anything else from council?
I think my only statement, it's nice to see the numbers go down. Just on the report, Sergeant, if we can get the variation at the far right with all the totals added, just so we'd have a good snapshot of like if the whole region, if the whole municipality's gone down in crimes against property, that'd be the only thing I would request on that.
Okay, yeah, just by category, you mean?
Well, just like at the far right of your report, you've got the totals for 21, 22. If we can add the variation to the right of that as well.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. I'll have a look at that and let you know.
Perfect. And then I don't know, Sergeant, if you're aware, but the Arm of Richard had hired the commissioners to do almost tours throughout certain days of the week. I won't mention them just so the criminals aren't listening in on when they're out there. But I don't know if the commissioners are in contact with you or RRM has let you know that this has been going on. But it's been going on for about, has it been a year now, Mr. CEO?
Close to that, yes.
Yeah, so I think it would be nice to see the variations and maybe correlate anything that the commissioners bring to our attention and hopefully say, oh, this is working, this isn't working. We're seeing less people wandering around, wanting to commit something, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm just curious if you knew about this project.
Okay, not the commissioners, no, I know about this. Is that the COP or Citizens on Patrol? I know that, but not commissioners.
Yeah. So Richard's hired a specific patrol group, which is the commissioners, to go around, let's say every day of the week at certain times, and they travel around each community where we believe we saw the highest criminal activity in the evenings or during the days, whenever the case may be. So that's been going on for about a year now.
Oh, okay. Are they, could you have whoever's in charge of that give me a call?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah, it'd be nice to liaise with them in there. Do they have marked units or are they
I
just
think
their
they're
own
marked,
vehicles?
I think they're marked units, correct, Mitch?
They're little white vehicles with the commissioners, and they may have a strobing yellow light on the unit.
Okay. No, that's interesting because it'd be nice to have extra eyes there, and that might be the reason why we're seeing most of my variations going down. So that's
Yeah, we're hoping that's exactly what's going on so that our
yeah, because I normally don't see that. I see it going the other way usually. So
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll in contact.
that'd be great, and I can liaise with him. And if that's working, then maybe approach other councils and get that program too, because it's obviously it's working here.
Go ahead, Mitch. I think you had your hand raised.
Yes, thank you, Staff Sergeant. One of the concerns I have bringing forward on behalf of our ratepayers who are currently in the flood stage and evacuations, just wondering about maybe not increased patrols, but more visibility as they're leaving their homes, they're being isolated, whatever the case may be. The comment was made, putting more presence out on the highways now that we can, that would be greatly appreciated. So I just wanted to pass that along from our ratepayers.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, we can do that.
Thank you.
Perfect. I think that's it. Did you have anything else for us, Sergeant?
No, that's it. That's it for me.
Sergeant, sorry. Okay, perfect. Okay, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Okay, we will continue on with item 3, adoption of the minutes. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Mamchuk?
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Pelletier.
Thank you.
The last regular council meeting was held on April 20th, whereby we had a change in signing authority for the checks and documents. We also heard 3 variations, 3 conditional uses, as well as closed Juniper Bay. Council also passed bylaws regarding the municipal resources for bylaws for the elections, as well as the campaign and campaign expenses for campaigning purposes. Subdivision was also passed, and also the life cycling funding program policy.
Perfect. Council, do you have any comments or additions, changes?
Not here.
No? Okay, please cast your vote.
Vote is carried 4-0.
Perfect. Item 5.1, accounts not paid to be approved. Do you have a mover?
Councillor Pelletier.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Blanchet.
Thank you.
2 batches, and my apologies for not putting a summary of the big ticket items on the agenda, so I'll go through those very quickly. For batch number 15948 in the amount of 141,000 and change. Basically, we got about 6 invoices there. Contact, which is the Randall well site, for 11,000. GRD Electric for just close to 7,000 for electrical and lighting upgrades at the Public Works Yard. Manco, which is a SCADA system for the Reach Out water plant for 8,300. We've played catch up for our pension and benefits for February and March for 47,000. Purchased engineering, this is costs incurred for the utilities at 7,900, as well as a wall replacement for the life cycle in the St. Adolphe Arena for 11,000. In regards to the EFTs of batch 15949, nothing to report on that batch.
Perfect. Council, any comments or questions?
Not here.
Quick question, EFTs, what does that stand for, sorry?
Electric fund transfers, it's a direct deposit system. So instead of writing a check, it's a separate batch.
Okay, gotcha, thank you.
I was just wondering why Councillor Belanger was the only one that was on there for indemnities. Would ours not be on there as well?
It should be. Let me just close this off here, open this up.
Curtis is there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind.
Chris is there.
Yeah, that was my bad. When I originally opened it up, I only saw the one page.
Okay.
Hmm.
Had me worried, Councilor. No worries.
All good.
Great. That's all.
Okay, that's everything?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cast your vote.
Vote is carried 4-0.
Thank you. Item 5.1.1, council indemnities for April. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Mamchuk.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Blanchet.
Perfect.
So for the month of April, hours range anywhere from 27 to 54. 54 just because there was a conference in Brandon for the AMM, so there's a good 20 to 30 hours there, depending how many days you've claimed through that process. Other than that, I have nothing else to report. Things are picking up and are busy, so it's almost a normal spring.
Perfect. Thank you, council. Do you have anything to add? Any comments?
None here.
Okay, cast your vote.
Vote is carried 4-0.
Thank you. Item 5.2.1, payroll 8th, April 25th, 2022. Do I have a mover?
Councillor
Councillor
Blanchet.
Mamchuk.
Okay,
Sorry about
Councillor Pelche and then Councillor Belanger, I believe. Thank you.
Okay, in regards to payroll 8, basically, I think some of the winter storms and rain events happened whereby we've had quite a bit of overtime on behalf of the Public Works Department. As we move forward with the event, we will wait, keep tabs of our expenses, and there will be likely a disaster financial program announced, hopefully sooner than later. So we'll be able to recoup maybe some of those overtime hours that the staff has been putting in.
Perfect. Thank you, council. Do you have any comments? No? Cast your vote.
Vote is carried 4-0.
Perfect. Moving into bylaw 7.1, bylaw 6, 2022 POA implementation, third reading. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Blanchet.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Mamchuk.
Thank you.
So this is third reading of the bylaw. Basically, we had to amend the this bylaw as a result of implementing the fines for the municipal resources infractions if they are to incur, and this is the way we're going to be enforcing it. So you've received most of the information on first and second reading. This is third reading.
Perfect. Thank you. Council, I'll open up for debate discussion.
Not here.
Nothing here on this one.
No.
It's all good.
Perfect. Cast your vote.
That is carried 4-0.
Perfect. 7.2, bylaw 7, 2022 tax levy, first reading. Do I have a mover?
Councillor
Councillor
Pelche.
Mamchuk.
Thank you. Councillor Mamchuk, second. Thank you.
Okay, taxation bylaw 7-22, first reading. So basically the bylaw is in two parts. The wording part of the bylaw is a 4-pager, basically summarizes the document of the financial plan listed below. Just a quick recap as to what that looks like. Financial plan, we're looking at holding the mill rate at 7.95. We have had a 3.5% assessment and increase in assessment. We'll be doing a lot of the capital works and capital purchases via our reserves for this year. Just for first reading and something to keep in mind if council wants to do any changes to the penalty percentage. Right now it's been 1%, still is 1%, has been 1% for many, many years. So something to contemplate before final reading, as well as the discounts on the last page. June and July are at 1.5% with August at 1%. If council wishes to do any changes there before third reading, please let me know. If council gives first reading to the bylaw today, we will schedule the financial plan presentation for Monday, May 16th at 7 p.m. And I would propose that we do a hybrid similar to last year. We could do it online and in person as well. And that is it. I'm open for questions.
Perfect. I'll open up for council discussion. Council?
Not here. Good job, Mr. CEO.
Yeah, thanks for all the work behind the scenes to staff.
Perfect.
Yep.
Okay. I'll get you to cast your vote.
The vote is carried 4-0.
Awesome. 8.1.1 Recreation Capital Funding Policy. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Blanchet.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Mamchuk.
Thank you.
So I believe this is more of a cleanup on behalf of our former Director of Recreation, whereby it's repealing an old policy and replacing it with the one that we passed back in February. So it's just housekeeping more than anything else.
Perfect. Council, any discussion?
Not here.
No. Okay, cast your vote.
Vote is carried 4-0.
Perfect. 8.1.2 Community Grant and Sponsorship Policy. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Pelletier.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Blanchet.
Thank you.
So again, minor cleanups being done on behalf of Recreation. The only change in the policy from what I've seen here was that we're removing council from the decision process as a result of the policy clearly listing out who qualifies and who doesn't, and putting the onus on the Recreation Department to roll out those programs.
Perfect. Council, any comments, questions?
No, that's a good move.
Okay, cast your vote. Pardon me.
Vote is carried 4-0.
Thank you. 8.1.3 St. Rat-Roseau Watershed District, Subdistrict 5. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Pelletier.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Blanchet.
Thank you.
According to one of our members who sits on that overall board, there is no representation on the Subdistrict 5. So the recommendation for council would be to appoint Councillor Ron Mamchuk as Reach-Out representative on that subdistrict.
Thank you, council. Any discussion, concerns? We're all in agreement this is a good idea?
Absolutely, yep.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Did you have a speech, Councillor Mamchuk, you wanted to make?
No, not today.
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you,
Okay,
Council
council,
Mayor.
please cast. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks. Cast your vote, council.
Congratulations, Councillor Mamchuk. You've been voted 4-0 in favor.
Thank you. And you'll advise the administration office at the St. Rat-Roseau Watershed District.
Shall do.
Thank you,
Perfect.
sir.
8.1.4 Office Expansion Architect. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Mamchuk.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Pelletier.
You.
All right. As part of one of our big projects for 2022, office expansion and renovation, The subcommittee put together an RFP. We sent that out. We put it on Merck's. Unfortunately, we didn't get the interest as much as we thought we would. We received 2 proposals. I've reached out and talked to a few others. I guess it's the busy season and people are have other jobs lined up and can't really put the resources that they wish to put towards this project. So unfortunately, we've received 2, but I think of the 2, we did receive good qualified proposals. One of the proposals, we've sat down with the individual firm, and it just happens to be that that person worked on this building back in 1980 some as a not a student, but as a entry position architect, I guess, for lack of better words. So he knows the building quite well, and his colleague has also some experience with this building, as back in 2014 wrote up a proposal back then for the office expansion prior to my arrival. So we have 2 individuals that are very keen and very passionate about this building. The percentages for their fees compared to the others were lower at 4.75, so that does make quite a bit of difference in the overall cost as well. So our recommendation from the building committee would be to move ahead with the proposal from Kalnitsky Associates Architects based on their proposal. Any questions?
I'll open it for council discussion. Council, anything to add, comment on?
Not here.
I just want to add to that yes, Mr. CEO is correct in that they're very familiar with the building, and therefore they're very passionate and respectful of the building. So we thought that was a good thing. We also went on tours of other municipal buildings to get a feel for what works, what doesn't work, mostly to see what doesn't work. And so I think we've got a good committee together and a good direction moving forward for this. So I'm excited to see this happen and unfold.
Perfect, thank you. Anything else?
Here.
Please
Not
cast
here.
your vote.
That is carried 4-0.
Perfect. Moving on, council has correspondence and information. We will go to item 11, adjournment. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Mamchuk.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Boulanger?
Perfect. Any final comments? No, seeing none, I will call for the vote.
Vote is carried 4-0.
Perfect. I'll close the meeting at 9:29 a.m. Thank you very much, everyone. And please, for those that would like to volunteer that are listening in Rickshaw right now to sandbag or help anyone out looking to evacuate, please do contact the volunteer inquiry line. Have a good day. Please stop recording.